First of all, I'd just like to thank Matt Luke he taught me a lot about Ole Miss, and I appreciate his friendship, and I just want to wish Matt and Ashley the best of luck. With that being said, obviously we came off New York pretty two extreme highs and lows. I mean, as good a comeback as I've had as a coach against a really, really good Penn State team. And then for the last, we're down 4 with about 4:40 to go in the first half, and both teams just kind of rocking along. I think it's 18-14, and about as bad a 24 minutes as I've ever experienced as a coach. And so we went right back to work. We watched our tape, every second of it. I mean every second of it. And went twice yesterday, taped. It was real physical both times. They responded in a really, really good way. And just like I said, got an unbelievable opportunity against a team that just got ranked undefeated, and a really, really good Butler team that also, no doubt, is going to contend for the Big East Championship and have a chance to go to the tournament and win games in the tournament.
What were the biggest teaching points from that game once you did watch the film and take it to practice?
You know, Ben, we just obviously, shot making was a problem, and then we let it affect our entire culture of our team, and it just seemed like it just snowballed, and we just had guys, we just did. We turned soft because we couldn't make shots, and then we didn't get back defensively, and we tried every combination humanly possible. And Oklahoma State just had one of those nights. They're a really good team. They're a good team, and they'll be ranked soon, and but not that good. And so it was kind of the perfect storm. They played well. Obviously, we let a lot of things affect us and weren't very good that night.
Is there a consistent theme that you're seeing, Kermit, that's causing you guys to fall behind Memphis, Penn State, Oklahoma State?
Yeah, we're just I've said it all along. I mean, the ball movement is not what it needs to be. We showed them tape yesterday of a lot of clips from last year's team, how the ball moves off the floor. We're not getting back defensively. That's been something that since I've been a young coach has been instilled in me. Giving up too many transition baskets. Nobody works on it more in college basketball than we do. I promise you that. And that's pretty simple. And so there's a couple, just to start with, a couple basic things that we've got to get worked out. And, and it seems like it's the way we've kind of ended some halves, I mean, Memphis, it was right there close by the last 4.5 minutes. Last 4.5 minutes against Oklahoma State. Penn State kind of stretched it out there, So we've got to end first half much, much better.
You mentioned the opportunity against Butler. It's obviously a big one for you guys. What have you seen from them on film when you've watched them?
I love their team. They've got great experienced guards. I mean, Thompson and Kamir Baldwin. We played against Baldwin in the game to go to the Sweet 16 when he was a freshman, and I was at middle. He's one of the very best guards in the Big East. Thompson's got one of the best assist-turnover ratios in the country. They got transfer from Duke that doesn't start. That's a very good player. Taylor, another transfer from Milwaukee, 6'7". That's a very good player. Big 6'9" center that was there last year. They just got great experience, great depth, and they play like an experienced team. They really do. And very well coached, tough, and really, really good team.
You mentioned kind of before Blake came back a lot of maybe doing some small ball lineups with KJ at the 5, Blake at the 4. Does that change at all with Luis out, and how much have you seen from him so far?
I mean, Luis hurt us a lot. You don't really know it until you start subbing in games. If that makes sense. I mean, it really hits reality. We lack some toughness and physicalness, and he gave us tons of that. And I felt it against Penn State. And I sure felt it against Oklahoma State. And you feel it in these Butler games, and we get in the SEC. Just a 6'6" physical guy. And he was a big part of that. It's a good question because, thinking about playing KJ, Blake, but now you got another 6'6" guy that can really rebound it. And now you do that, and no offense to Austin, but his body's not Luis. He's 180 pounds, 185 pounds. And so he doesn't present the physical presence that Luis does. And so, Luis is for sure missed.
For the first time, the first 2 games, Blake was really good. That third game is when he really had his first bad game.
Yep.
You mentioned it countless times about if he's not making threes, further affecting the game. What exactly do you want from him when the ball's not going in from 3?
Yeah, we've got just like we talked about it last year, rebounding, defend his position, lead, get back, and he had as good or better shots against Oklahoma State than he had against Penn State. And but it just, our whole team got affected. Then he played careless in the break, started trying to do things that's not him, and so he just went out of character. And so I think he can be a really good player and not make a three in a game. But that's what he's got to prove to everybody, that he can do that. And that's defend, rebound, move the ball, take care of it.
I know that the box score didn't really indicate it, but Dude Collin came in and really, if nothing else, gave you a lot of energy, it seemed like, and he's been providing you something off the bench.
He has, Sammy's been struggling. He's had a good day of practice yesterday, both practices. He'll have a chance to start tomorrow night. And but Dude has, when Dream's been in foul trouble, you've had to play kind of him at the four with KJ and Blake. And so yeah, I was proud of what he did. He was the one guy in the second half at Oklahoma State really kind of kept playing.
What do you attribute some of Devontae's early season struggles to?
It's a good question. He's just not shooting the ball like he did last year. I don't think he looks as aggressive. When you watch him on tape last year, his bounce and his pop and his energy was much better. So was Brian's. And maybe that's attributed to shot making in both cases. It shouldn't be. I thought Devontae's response in practice in New York the last couple of days and then here have been a lot better. So I said, Devontae, you got to do that for now a week or two in a row to really, really see it. So I think he'll get it back. And then, Brian, obviously, he's got to go do other things. He's got to shoot better shots. He's not a 37% shooter, and he's not a 20.5% shooter from three, but he's shooting tough shots. And when you do that, your percentages can go down. So he's got to shoot better shots, get the ball off the floor, and I think you'll see his whole game improving.
Kermit, I must have lost something over Thanksgiving. What happened to Luis?
Yeah, he has a Jones fracture. He'll be out for 8 weeks. Had a screw put in his foot yesterday. The day of the Penn State game, we were just running over a few sets, and I'm telling you, 3/4 speed. And he cut, heard something pop, and that was it. And so he'll 6 to 8 weeks they're talking about. So we'll just have to look and see, end of January, and then kind of see where he's at and make a decision from there.
Bryce seemed to really give you all a lift in that Penn State game off the bench. Just what does that kind of change for him? Do you think he's kind of grown into that backup point guard role a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, he played downhill. He was aggressive. He played with great energy and passion. Didn't back it up against Oklahoma State. A couple little things, but our whole team didn't. So we just got to get consistency from Bryce. Got to get toughness for him all the time because he's definitely athletic enough. But he was terrific against Penn State in the comeback.